Finding the balance between content creation and pursuing music or pursuing anything creative can get quite challenging, especially in the beginning. Early on, it feels really overwhelming. You're having to wear another 10 hats on top of all the hats that you have to wear already. It was overwhelming because there were so many new things I had to learn and so many new skills I had to pick up. And because I was so bad at them for so long, it was a slow and tedious process. Creating videos, figuring out what I want to talk about, figuring out editing, understanding the different platforms and understanding that not everything can work on all the platforms, and you have to be able to curate and make things tailored to certain spaces. I think I found my main community in YouTube in the sense that I really enjoy the long format, but I also am slowly finding a way to love more of the short form stuff. It's a matter of taking time and really reflecting and figuring out where your creativity aligns with the content creation side of things in such a way that you actually want to create something. It takes a while and a lot of self-reflecting, but it's something that can be achieved, and I don't think you really have much of a choice anyway, so you'd rather love an aspect of it as opposed to just hate it outright. Throughout this process of trying to learn to create content, there's been small indicators that I am doing the right thing, and there's been small payoffs. Nothing crazy, but it's just shown that if I didn't create the stuff that I was creating and put videos out in the way that I wouldn't have been able to establish those contacts, and I wouldn't have been able to have those people reach out to me. I think if I wasn't to pursue music, I probably wouldn't be on social media at all, to be honest. I've never really been someone that was in front of a camera, but I'm kind of enjoying being here, and I've found a way to enjoy talking to a camera and talking to myself out loud. It doesn't feel weird when I'm editing it and when I'm watching it, but it definitely feels weird right now when I'm talking. And I think for anyone creative, it doesn't have to be music related. Being able to find a way to make this work for you is in your best interest, and so that's what I'm still figuring out. And I think these vlogs and this little vlogumentary series that I'm trying to put together, I think it's cool, and I think it has some legs, and I hope it is enjoyable for people that are watching. So this is actually extreme levels of exposure therapy for me right now. What I really wanted to talk about is what is my release strategy. I have a couple of ideas. I'm definitely probably going to release the main production songs one a month or something like that. That's the initial idea, kind of like stagger the releases every month, just to give me space to create content around it, as opposed to really caring about this algorithm or the Spotify algorithm, because that seems to be a point that's always stressed, that you should release every 6 to 8 weeks to give your song a chance to be able to get curated onto playlists. But realistically, it doesn't even matter. I think the more important part of it is I just want to give each song a chance to breathe and a chance to have a bit of a story around it, and that makes a little bit more sense to me. So I'm thinking right now that the approach is going to be one song every month, because I'm hoping by the time as I'm releasing, I'm writing new music and I can keep going with having that consistency. I am thinking also now in the early stages that I want to create an acoustic version of this EP, and maybe I release the more raw acoustic version first as a body of work, and then release the other songs in a full production scale afterwards. It's something cool that I've always wanted to do. I've been super inspired by early John Mayer. I think in some instances it provides a different perspective to what the song's initial emotional intention was, and I love that idea also. I've been talking about this album for so long, and I've been writing and recording and sharing my process for over a year now, and songs have changed and songs have come and gone, and it's been quite a journey. I've just maybe been too caught up in all these thoughts, but I think regardless, I'll be definitely keeping you guys updated on release dates. I'll be having everything kind of scheduled anyway. I hope at least it's been worth the wait. I'm already thinking about the next kind of songs that I want to create and how I can improve these songs, but I've really kind of drawn a line in the sand and said, this is what I've captured at this point in time. This is a reflection of who I am right now and who I was, and these need to be released, and I need to move on, and I need to kind of get this out. I need to get it out there in its good and bad aspects and not think about it too much more. So that's what the focus is. On a side note, actually wasn't too bad recording out in public. There's not a lot of people right next to me. I'm sure it might be a little bit harder if there was, but I think slowly, just got to keep doing more of the thing in order to get more comfortable and more confident. So why not? Screw it. So I am editing some footage right now. Freelancing, you're doing bits and bobs of everything. It's not just music, and I'm being used for my video editing skills. Instead of going to someone else, decided to offer my services. I'm by no means an insane editor or a good editor, but it's a way for me to hustle a bit of money. Also, I think it's a good way to challenge myself in the video editing side of things, because it inversely helps me create videos like this. I am about to head to a gig, got to the venue, but I want to touch up a couple things on the editing, and then gonna head to a little jazz gig. It's been a long time since I got to listen to some jazz. I just love performing, so whenever I see jazz artists really getting into it, it's a infectious atmosphere to say the least. So I'm keen for that. Keen for some beers tonight and just to have a good time.
I was a fool to fall and get that way. I